It's really important to understand about men. We come off, we try to come off as much as possible confident. Like JE said, we don't want y'all to see, if we are feeling uncomfortable or unstable or anxiety about a situation. So we'll come off like we're not bothered, but men are very vulnerable.
Yes.
Okay, we have a lot of responsibility. Like when stuff happens, when bad things happen, God's looking at us.
Yeah.
So that responsibility is a lot. It's a heavy burden, and sometimes we feel very insecure. So I say that to say this: the words that you speak have immense weight, immense value. Whether you speak words of life or you speak words of doubt and insecurity, it's gonna have a major effect on your spouse, on that man of God. The words that your wife speaks over you, it can turn you one way or the other. When I had to go to my wife about that situation, getting fired from the job, like if she would have, spoke words of negativity at that time, like it would have crushed me. But being that she has a relationship with God, being that she trusts God and know that He's our source and that she supports and believes in me, her speaking those words of life, I bounce back quick. And that's what you need.
BD, I don't think a lot of guys understand the weight of a woman's voice. That's why if you got it, that's a major thing to look for. What does she say in the midst of challenges? You know what I'm saying? What's her tone like? Does she talk down to you? Is she, I knew I should, certain words shouldn't come out of anybody's mouth. And she'd be like, I shouldn't have married you, and I can't believe this happened. Because you know what grace does? Grace, if you look at the word grace, there's a root word in there called race. It's easy to give grace when you are aware of how difficult your race has been. So you can give grace to the other person because you already know your race is difficult. And if your race is difficult, you know another person's race is difficult, so you're able to give grace when you see growth. The G of that grace is where you see growth. See, there's certain grace that you like, look, the grace stops here because you're not growing, sir. You know what I'm saying? Ma'am, you're not growing. But if you notice growth in that man's life or person's life, because you realize I can have grace with my wife because I know if my race is difficult, being a man of God, I can only imagine, because I'm not a woman. I can only imagine the race of a woman being difficult with emotions, with whatever it goes on with the woman. So I can't sit there and not give grace. But a woman who cannot give grace will have you in your race. I'm telling you, you'll run out, you'll run away. And man, that's what I'm saying, man. Wait for God, for that woman who has a voice of God in her.